Hi everybody and welcome to the channel. I hope you're all well and dandy. It's a lovely summer's day here in the UK at the minute. Now some of the bright-eyed people and followers of the channel will already know I've got this Beatles box set from Liverpool, the Beatles box. This came out in 1980. Over there, wrong way, there, I've got 4 of these box sets already. Slightly different versions. So the last thing I really needed was another box set. However, on the other day, I was looking on eBay, as you do, and I saw this one. Now, my question to you out there is this the best ever Beatles compilation box set, or even the best ever Beatles box set? Those over there are LPs, so each one of them has 8 LPs. This one, however, isn't on LP or records, it's on cassettes. The LP ones usually go for between sort of like £50 up to £150, depending on the buyers you're getting them off. On some sites on eBay and other internet selling sites that go for £300 or £400. The cassette version, believe it or not, is actually slightly rarer than the album version. So I'm not quite sure what these are worth. Again, looking on internet selling sites, I usually see them anywhere for between, I think the cheapest one I've ever seen was around £50 and the most expensive one was around £300. So I was looking and I saw it, and it was at a really silly price. Silly as in really cheap. £11, 11 English pounds for this Beatles box set on cassette. So I haven't checked it properly. All I've done is I've just unboxed it. I did that before I started the video. So what do you think, folks? £11. Then with the postage and packaging, I think it came to £12.50 or £13.50. Nothing, is it? The box is probably worth more than that. Like I say, is this the best ever Beatles compilation, or even the best Beatles box set? So what do you get? What do you get in it? Basically, you get the best of the Beatles. You get all of the UK singles. You get the majority of the best LP tracks and EP tracks. You also get certain, there at the time this came out, mixes from around the world of certain songs. Now, when I was about 22, 23 maybe, I actually got this. This isn't the one, by the way. This is one I've just bought. But I recently left home, and we used to have a lady come round, and it was like a catalogue where you could buy things and pay X amount per week, but you didn't get them until you paid for them. And I actually bought this, and the sound quality on it, I think at the time, was fantastic. This box set originally came out in 1980 in October, shortly before John's death. I think the cassette version came out slightly later, 81 or maybe 82. But people will be saying, well, why have you bought it, Dave? Which I can understand. Do I need another copy of it? Probably not. But Beatle Dave, being Beatle Dave, likes to do things a little bit different. I can't remember the last time I saw this advertised anywhere, which was full. You do get them occasionally on internet selling sites, but usually there's a couple of tapes missing, or the little pamphlets missing, or the box is damaged. This overall so far looks in fantastic condition. Now people will be saying, Dave, why have you bought that when you haven't finished going through all of the tapes that you bought last year? I'll tell you why. All right, this is going to sound stupid. My cassette player, which is over there, had been dormant for many years before I bought that big box of cassettes. I have managed to go through a few, don't get me wrong, but I think I looked at getting it serviced and having new belts and things fitted on it, and I was quoted something really, really stupid. So I'm going to look for a new cassette deck or a reconditioned cassette deck. Then I will finish doing them. So this was one of those things where it was too good to be true. £11. £11 for Beatles box set. So what do we get in it, folks? What do we get in it? First, you get the box that's made out to look like a wooden crate. If you've seen any of my other videos where I've gone into this, I will apologise, but this isn't the same because it's on cassette. Do people still play cassettes? Did this ever come out on CD? I don't think it did. So the catalogue number for this is C70. So you get a little pamphlet. You get liner notes from Hugh Marshall from 1980. And I think at the time you could only get this like through mail order, and it was, although it's on EMI, it was through World Records. So all this is just basically telling you what is on it. It doesn't really give you the actual tracks, but the nice thing about this is it goes through the whole Beatles' entire recording career with EMI from 1962 up to 1969/1970, and it goes in chronological order. So I'm just going to put my granddad glasses on. So you start off with Love Me Do and you finish off with Her Majesty. Now some of you might be saying, yeah, but Let It Be came out after Abbey Road, which it did, but it was recorded before, so it is, the material from Let It Be is before the material for Abbey Road. See what I mean? It's fantastic, isn't it? So let's see if Beatle Dave can pick this up without dropping it all over the place. Really, really lovely box. 8 cassettes. The box is hinged. The box is in absolutely fantastic condition. Do you want to see the cassettes, or shall I just go through the track listing? Cassette 1. This goes from Love Me Do in 1962 up to Money in 1963. So that is the cassette. Side 1. Side 2. Doesn't look like it's ever been played, to be honest. Probably hasn't. Cassette 2, which would be record 2 if you had the vinyl one, yeah? Goes from I Want to Hold Your Hand in late 1963 up to I Feel Fine in late 1964. Now on the record version of this, the one to look out for is the one where they've got the image wrong, so it looks like Paul is right-handed and John is left-handed. Again, doesn't look like it's ever been played, and all the inserts are there as well. I will go through the track list in a minute. I'll just show you these first. So cassette 3, you get 8 days a week, and it finishes off with You're Gonna Lose That Girl, so from 64 to 65. Cassette number 4 goes from Yesterday until In My Life, so everything on here is from 1965, although the picture is from 1963. But we'll let them have that, won't we? The only thing is, I'm surprised that the track listing's not on the spine there, but it is there. Again, doesn't look like it's ever been played. So cassette 5 starts off with the fabulous paperback writer and goes all the way through to Strawberry Fields Forever. That's the cassette. Again, doesn't like it's ever been played, and these do fold out like that. So that's the track listing. Track listing again there. And then that is the cover. So you couldn't, at the time, you could not go into a record shop in the UK and just buy this. You could only get it through mail order, as with the records. Cassette number 6 goes from Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band all the way up to Eye on the Walls again. So everything on there is from 1967 again. At least I've got the right picture on that one, haven't they? Cassette number 7 goes from Hello Goodbye all the way up to All Together Now. All Together Now. All Together Now. So that is basically 67 to 68, isn't it? So again, I've got a period photo on that one. I would be surprised if these have ever been played, to be honest. From the looks of it, no wear or tear on it at all. So side up, cassette 8, this is the strange one because it starts off with Get Back and then finishes off with Her Majesty. So everything on here was recorded in 1969, but not necessarily the way it was released. It's the way it was recorded. And there's some strange mixes from around the world on here. And I think I've said this before. If you are on a budget and you want an instant Beatles collection, whether you buy this version, which is on cassette, which I don't think many people would actually buy, to be honest, or the LP version, yes, they can be expensive, but if you shop around, you should be able to pick one up for less than £100. I still can't believe I got this for the price that I got it at. £11, and then whatever the postage was, it came to just over £12. Ordered it on Thursday. It came last night. Well, yesterday afternoon, but I was at work, so this is the first chance I've had to see it. Really, really lovely condition. I would say it's virtually mint from what I've seen so far. So, what's the tracks, folks? Do you want to know what the tracks are? I'm sure you all really know this, but if you're new to the channel or you're just getting into the Beatles, like I say, this is a fantastic way to virtually get a whole collection for not a lot of money in one way. So we start off cassette 1. Love Me Do, P.S. I Love You, I Saw Her Standing There, Please Please Me, Misery, Do You Want to Know a Secret, A Taste of Honey, Twist and Shout. Side 2 is For Me to You, Thank You Girl, She Loves You, It Won't Be Long, Please Mr. Postman, All My Lovin', Roll Over Beethoven, and Money That's What I Want. So you get the hits and you get the majority of the LP tracks anyway. Well, the better LP tracks, shall we say. Right, cassette 2 starts off with I Want to Hold Your Hand, This Boy, Can't Buy Me Love, You Can't Do That, A Hard Day's Night, from film it says, I Should Have Known Better, If I Fell, and I Love Her. Side 2 of that cassette is Things We Said Today, I'll Be Back, Long Tall Sally, I Call Your Name, Matchbox, Slow Down, She's a Woman, and I Feel Fine. So you even get EP tracks on it as well, don't you? Cassette 3 is 8 Days a Week, No Reply, I'm a Loser, fantastic song. I'll Follow the Sun, Mr. Moonlight, Every Little Thing, I Don't Want to Spoil the Party. Then you've got, it says A, Kansas City, and B, Hey, Hey, Hey. Side 2 of cassette 3 is Ticket to Ride, I'm Down, Help, The Night Before, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, I Need You, Another Girl, You're Gonna Lose That Girl. Fantastic track listing, isn't it, eh? Cassette 4, Yesterday, Act Naturally, Tell Me What You See, It's Only Love, You Like Me Too Much, I've Just Seen a Face, Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out. Side 2, Michelle, Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, You Won't See Me, Nowhere Man, fantastic song, Girl, I'm Looking Through You, and In My Life. Now we get on to cassette 5, Paperback Writer, Rain, Here, There, Everywhere, Taxman, I'm Only Sleeping, Good Day, Sunshine, Yellow Submarine. Side 2, Eleanor Rigby, And Your Bird Can Sing, For No One, Dr. Robert, Got to Get Into My Life, Penny Lane, and Strawberry Fields. Now I'm surprised Tomorrow Never Knows isn't on that. That is one thing I'm surprised about. Cassette 6, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. With a little help from my friends, Lucy in the sky with diamonds, fixing a hole, she's leaving home, being for the benefit of Mr. Carr in a day in the life. Side 2. When I'm 64, lovely Rita, all you need is love, baby you're a rich man, magical mystery tour, your mother should know, the fool on the hill, and I'm the walrus. Fantastic track listing, isn't it? Cassette 7, Hello Goodbye. Lady Madonna, Hey Jude, Revolution. Back in the USSR, Obla di Obladar. Excuse me. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, The Continuing Story of Bungalow Bill. Happiness is a Warm Gun, Martha My Dear, I'm So Tired, Pig Is, Don't Pass Me By, Julia, and All Together Now. Cassette 8 starts off with Get Back, Don't Let Me Down, The Ballad of John and Yoko, Across the Universe, For You Blue, Two of Us, The Long and Winding Road, and then Let It Be. Side 2, Come Together, Something, Maxwell Silverhammer, Octopus's Garden, Here Comes the Sun, Because, Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, The End, and Her Majesty. So, if I do it like this, you'll be able to see what it is. So if you want to freeze and zoom in, you'll see all the wonderful tracks. So all that for £11. I mean, you couldn't even get a Chinese takeaway for that in the UK at the minute. Don't even think you get £2 of beer, to be honest, or maybe just £2 of beer. So you get all that. It's in mint condition, and you get a pamphlet, which I think this is the same pamphlet which is in the LP box sets, and you get, all the UK singles. You get highlights off every Beatles UK album as well. So if you're new to the Beatles and you think, well, what's all this fuss about Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? If you've got this, you can sample it, can't you, before going out and buying the record in itself, as with the White Album. The Yellow Submarine album isn't really represented, is it, apart from All Together Now? So there's no Hey Bulldog or Only Northern Song, things like that. But the rest of the Beatles UK catalogue is represented fairly good, I'd say, in this. What's your thoughts on it? I should imagine most of you've got this. Hello, Bailey. Bailey's just come in the room, being nosy, wants to see what his dad is up to. Yeah, but I can't believe how cheap this was. It's a bargain, isn't it? Then it's bargain. The Beatles from Liverpool Express cassette box set. Now, because it's a cassette box set, does this mean this is worth more or less than the LP versions? I actually don't think it makes a difference. These are getting harder to get, both the cassette box set and the LP box set. You do come across them, and they go, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can probably pick the LP version up from £50 upwards, but it can go up to in its hundreds. This one doesn't come across that. You don't come across this very much. And I think for what I've paid for this, I still can't believe it, to be honest. £11. £11. 11 English pounds. Couldn't even get 2 lots of fish and chips for that, could you? You'd be lucky to get one at some places. Yeah, so I'm very, very happy with this. When I've got me new or reconditioned tape deck up and running, I'll play it and I'll do you a follow-up video if you want me to. Some people might not like this video because they're just saying, well, you've done this video before, haven't you, with the records, which I have, yeah. But I didn't ever think I would get this on cassette. I do know I watched a video a few months ago by can't remember his name now. He lives in Nottingham. Is it From Me to You? Beatles channel, and he found one of these on an internet selling site, and he again didn't pay a lot for it, but it got a tape missing, and I think it cost him just about as much to buy that one tape as it did for the original box set. So like I say, I've got no worries at all about this, whether I ever play it or not. It will get played eventually, don't get me wrong, but for £11 it was too good to miss, wasn't it? Really was too good to miss. You might not agree, you might say £11 for 8 tapes, you've been robbed. I don't think I have, and at the end of the day that's all that matters. And if you've never seen the tape version, because I don't know, I think this was only ever released in the UK and in Japan and certain parts of Europe, if I've got that right. I don't think you ever got this in America, but I'm sure my friends like Matthew Street and Beatles Brad and people like that will tell me, Dave, it's as common as, you know, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different. I don't think this was ever officially released on CD, although if Apple's watching, maybe this is another one you should maybe consider looking at re-release in the upcoming years. You know, it's a Beatles sampler, really, isn't it, if you think about it? Fantastic. I love it. So once again, whatever you're doing, please stay safe. If you've liked this video, please leave me a thumbs up. That is all I ask. Thank you to everybody that is continuing to support the channel and leaving me likes and comments. It is very, very, very much appreciated. So until the next time, remember, Beatle Dave loves you, and as my old mate Beatle Brad says, I'm out of here. Whoosh.